As the sun goes down this Shabbat, it's nice to be out of uniform for the weekend. It's nice. It's a little breather, but I'm still not released from my army service. They told me still continue to observe this ceasefire, and there's plenty going on in the other fronts, and be vigilant. You know, we got the red, white, and blue drones now above Gaza. That's right, America joining with us. They're observing the ceasefire. They're also observing Hamas breaking the ceasefire all the time. They're observing, and there's a gathering of soldiers of various countries. I don't want to say what they all are. Haven't met them yet, but they're in the south of Israel, and we're seeing this part of the plan, you know, essentially effectuate and come to pass, where you got these different soldiers in the south. And so I'm just wondering how all this is going to work out. And you do have the Lebanese outlets saying that Israeli drones are also carrying out strikes in southern Lebanon. It's true, in the town of Ta'ul, and making sure these Hezbollah will not continue to do what they're trying to do and rearm and do another conquer the Galilee plan and all that whole thing. You know, enough's enough with this jihadism. Hamas is playing games. We know. I mean, there's intel that maybe they don't know where the rest of the bodies are, or maybe they do. Supposedly some will be released today. So you'd think, you know, some people are like, hey, do you remember where I put my, you know, favorite baseball mitt? Oh, I think you had it over there when you played last time. You'd think they'd remember murdering and burying Jewish people. You'd think somebody would remember. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. But, you know, I look back when I think of this murdering of Jewish people just because they're Jewish, and you think back to that ambulance, right? The death ambulance, it's called, where 18 Israelis were hiding from the missiles, from the massacring Hamas, and they hid in this ambulance. Some of them were injured earlier from gunfire, but what happened is all these Israelis were there together, about 18, and RPGs shot this ambulance. And they cry international law, but they fired RPGs at an ambulance I'm talking back in October 7th, killing everybody. It took 7 whole months to identify the remains of every last victim, because I don't want to go into detail, but you know, you can imagine multiple people's blood in 18 people. And so it seems that Hamas does have access to at least another 8 bodies of our people, and they better release them. They said they would. They better do it. A lot of people are saying, hey, what's with all the tension of Judea and Samaria, the promised land? The heartland of the promised land in the Bible. Just read the Bible. It's simple. Okay, Trump may not have read those verses, but there was this vote that happened, and so Netanyahu says that the bills that were sponsored there were not sponsored by the Likud, and they were just put out there by the opposition party as a stunt. And our prime minister says that right now it was a disgruntled Likud party member, and they're going to revoke his chairmanship in the committee. And the bill's not going to go anywhere without Likud support. And don't worry, friendships are strong. And I don't know what I think about all that. I'd like to know what you think about all that. You got Turkey, Erdogan, this guy who's kind of like this. He thinks he's the Messiah, the Mahdi, is that it? The Prince of Islam. And he says from Gaza to Syria, from the Gulf to Ukraine, no arrangement will be possible without Turkey's involvement. Like Turkey's he wants to bring back the Turkish mandate, you know, and it's just something seems so off kilter there. Off kilter. We're living in times, you just got to be vigilant, you got to be alert, you got to be watchful, be the watchmen and women praying and watching during this time. And yeah, we're watching that northern border, I'll tell you. It's literally serious what's going on in southern Lebanon with this Hezbollah trying to continue. You remember the massacre where they struck in Suaida. My friends were looking in Syria, right? Syria where, anyway, I'm not going to go into the details, but you have to keep your eye on the ball with the Druze community. Keep them safe there. Keep them safe from those jihadists. Keep southern Lebanon safe. And also Gaza needs to transform to become a place that can be safe. And, you know, let me tell you this for sure. The Houthis are not done, although it seems like they're a little quieter. They said they'd quiet down if there was ceasefire would happen. They are a little quieter, but you think that we're going to trust them? The minute they regroup, they'll continue. They said that, you know, all the Western world, all the shipping of the entire world was under attack by the Houthi terror group. as we gain some time tonight, right, the clocks fall back. So I guess it's at 2 o'clock, the clock will go back to 1 o'clock. So that means essentially, it says 1 o'clock, but really you gain a whole hour. And I just think we're going to gain, God is going to restore these 2 years of terror, hiding in bomb shelters for families, businesses closed. I feel God's going to restore. The God of Israel is going to restore. And Zephaniah 3, verse 17, as we're looking at the pressure, as we're looking at this tipping point, it says in Zephaniah, the Lord your God's in your midst, the mighty one who saves you. He will quiet you by his love. He will exult over you with singing. He's going to sing over Israel. And so let's use this extra hour we have and just pray for rain. Pray for rain in Israel. We need water. The whole Middle East needs water. And that victory, full victory for Israel on all fronts. God bless you guys. Picking up a bunch of donations to give to poor people all over the Galilee, including Migdal Emek and Nazareth and Tiberias, Beit Shean. And this truck is going to be filled with goods. These pliers are really able to be handy for different missions. And yes. I know you're on a lot of dangerous missions. We are on.
Thank you, Aliyah Center.
God bless you.
Thank you.